cleanser in just a moment. But let's get to this. I've been waiting for this. You guys, I use this. I have it on right now. If I tell you the broad spectrum tinted primer is everything. It's your primer. To me, it replaces your foundation, but a very, very light foundation. Think of this as just a tint. It's a hint of color. It is also your moisturizer, you guys. And what I love about it, it's your SPF of 43. That's unheard of. And there's, we're gonna get into all the colors, but I just want you to put into perspective. So many of us are not putting anything on our skin. I don't care if you're just driving to the store, you've gotta have on an SPF. And there's an interesting statistic out there with anti-aging and the sun.
There is. We're a skin health company, so we talk about better aging and how can we best enjoy the years that we have left. And if I was to ask, what % of aging do you think is due to the sun and environmental aggressors? Think a big number. Sure. I've heard people say 50, 60, 70. It is clinically validated, and you can go online and we've got a page to show you that 90% of visible aging comes from the sun and from environmental aggressors. 90% of our aging. So when we talk about a sunscreen being critical, we've got all of the skincare, the eye creams, the serums, but if you're not using a sunscreen on a regular basis, I'm not gonna say it's not worth anything, but it's at 90% discount if you're not using a great sunscreen. This can replace your foundation, it's your primer, it's your moisturizer, and it's your protector, and it's UVA and UVB, which means that it's gonna protect you from the burning rays and the cancer rays. I know that there's colors to go through for you guys to order. But it's an extraordinary product.
It's extraordinary, and here is the shade chart. Very easy for you if you want to go over it, because really one shade is going to, and some of them are very limited, but one shade is going to cover multiple skin tones. For example, what's limited right off the top? What's limited? I was waiting for you. The deep and the AutoShip, we have 24 left. And the rich and AutoShip, we have 5 dozen. And I do use the rich. Okay, I'll let you go.
Well, here we go. So fair is gonna be like very, very, very fair. Light and medium tend to be our 2 top selling colors. I go from a medium to a tan. I usually buy 2 of them. I buy a medium and a tan, and then I cocktail them. Debbie is rich, and then the deep is gonna be for the deeper tones. And I'm gonna show what this product looks like on the hand because I think it may surprise you. First thing I want you to do is shake it because there is a pigment in it. You're gonna shake to activate it, and you're gonna shake to mix that pigment. So every time you shake it, then you're actually gonna activate those ingredients and you're gonna swirl that pigment around. Once you do, I'm gonna show you that it's gonna deliver with a bit of color. This is gonna be that tan, and then you start to rub it in, and it just blends into the skin and starts to melt away. There you can see.
You see, just a hint of color.
Just a little bit of color on that.
And it makes your skin, to me, look like, I mean, I get compliments because you get a glow and a radiance. And it replaces your foundation, and it's very, very natural. And I can use both the deep and the rich because it's such just a light sheerness to it. But it's the SPF, you guys, because so many of us think we don't need an SPF, and we do. Everybody needs an SPF because when it comes to your skin, you need to think about the fact that you basically don't want to face that big C word, right? Just by the UVA rays. Well, this is basically giving you an opportunity to block 60% of that. So go ahead and get this home on free shipping. I'm going to show you both. You just shake it and you go. I have it on now. It's not cakey. It's just really, really smooth, and it's wonderful. And you can put other makeup on too. So I can put just a little bit of the deep on, right? And you'll see, do you see that? I just, slathered it on. And you would just rub it in, and I put, just a little. And look at that glow. Do you see that glow? This is what I have on my face. Now, I go through, like when I walk the dog and the sun is out and I get a little bit darker, I can also put on the rich. And both shades work. So, so don't overthink it. Don't overthink it at all.
Shake it up. You've got full spectrum, so UVA and UVB. As you shake it, I'm gonna take this out one more time and just show you the delivery system. It's a skin perfector. This is what it looks like going on. It doesn't look like you're out wearing a face full of makeup. Gentlemen use it, ladies use it, and then I'm gonna start to rub it in. And then I'll kind of rub it up my arm a little bit, and then I'm gonna hold one in front of the other. What this does, Debbie, is it makes me feel like I wish I had a filter all the time, because look at that. Look at the perfected just radiance to it. Now this is one shade lighter than my natural skin. So this is gonna be right now the medium. I would be more of a tan. But again, you can see, even though it's a shade lighter, how it just evens.
Yeah, I have on both shades too on my hand, and they both work. I have on deep and I have on rich. And it's both of them work, and they both leave a beautiful, beautiful, just dewy, like barely there, just a little kiss, a hint of makeup, and they're protected. So I have on the rich on this hand, and I have on the deep on the other. Lauren, which color do you have on?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
And well, look at how nice it goes on.
Look at that, look at the glow.
And it does, it even out my skin tone, and I have a couple broken capillaries over here, and it actually covers them. And it's not heavy, and it feels really good. And just to know that it's 43 SPF makes me feel so good.
Okay, so did you hear that? 43 SPF.
43.
That is a really high number, and I was trying to find my sheet of paper because I don't want to get anything wrong. Okay, 90% of aging comes from UV rays. 90% of aging. And then when you turn like 60 and up, your skin gets really, really sensitive to the UVA rays. So 90% of aging occurs because of UVA rays. Well, this is blocking UVA and UVB. 43 SPF, usually you see 25, that's pretty good. Then you see SPF 30, oh, that's pretty good. SPF 35 is pretty good. But when you get over 40, you guys, and I hope you saw, and one thing that people of color worry about is this gonna give me a white cast, this gray like little shadow on your skin? It does not. I put this on, all you see is a glow. You don't see any residue of white. You see it's glow, it's radiance, but it's blocking that sun. And I want you to see how beautiful, that is a beautiful radiance. That's what I have on right now. It's free shipping. Please try this, because maybe you don't do foundation, you don't have to. Look at all the shades, and I love, like if I'm just going out the door, this is what I put on.
Yeah, it's simple. It gives you that glass skin. That's what all the kids are calling it these days, is this dewy, glowy, just perfect skin. And I mean, it's one of those things that you kind of have to see in person.
Oh yeah,
I think it's picking up on camera.
Look at that.
But what's different in person that you're gonna notice is the luminosity. So I have the sunscreen all over this arm, and I don't have anything on this arm. It doesn't look like a bunch of makeup. It just looks filtered and more perfected. And here you can see how the light in the studio is kind of bouncing off from my skin. It's a gorgeous, really hydrating, dewy, beautiful skincare product. So it's your primer, it's your moisturizer, it's your protector, and it's your cosmetic if you want it to be as well. One key thing I want to make sure that you do is shake the product, because what happens is there's multiple layers. It's a very complex formula. Years of research and development went into perfecting this. There's a lot of layers, and the pigment can tend to settle to the bottom.
Oh yeah.
So you really want to give it a good shake. If you open it and you put it on and it's a little bit light, then put the lid back on and shake a little bit more. That pigment needs to be mixed around.
You guys, it's a beautiful serum. It's your moisturizer. I mean, I can't stress enough. I mean, I could just put a little bit, you know, on my chin.
It's a perfect shade for you.
It's perfection. And then I just, you know, you can take this, but you really can just do it with your hand. I mean, don't be shy about it. I don't even have a mirror. You put some on my nose. I can put some under my eyes. And you guys, I don't know where my mirror is, but I'm just gonna do it right here. And it's just a glow, and it just gives you that finished look, but you look dewy. You don't look made up, because looking made up and putting on cakey foundation makes you look older. So nothing is settling into lines. Did you bring me a mirror? But I just wanted to do that for you, because I'm putting it underneath my eyes. I'm putting it on my nose. I'm putting it everywhere. And you saw me just put it, and remember, you're just gonna shake it. It is the best invention. The last time Heather was here, I said, Heather, do you have another sample? Oh my goodness, I can't even wait for my order to get in. I was so excited.
It was so fun to watch, Debbie. I love the experience of getting to see you and the hosts and everybody that's new to Beekman 1802. I love the experience of watching somebody try it for the first time, watch how it changes their skin. And I remember you gasping. You were like, I didn't know that something like this was possible. It's your foundation, it's your concealer, it's your hydrator, it's your primer. Another major thing is when you look at this, the pores.
Yes.
Like, it makes everything just look so smooth.
Look at Lauren Lauren's smooth skin. Lauren, what color do you have on again? Do you have?
This is medium.
Medium. Okay, I have an update
Yeah,
on the
it
medium.
seems to match my skin perfectly.
Now, Rob, what did you tell me about the medium? Because I thought that was the color that Lauren had on. The medium is the fastest seller right now is that medium. And so pick it up, you guys. I don't want you to think too hard about it because one shade of medium is gonna cover several skin tones. I can wear this in the deep. I can also wear it in the rich. You're wearing 2 colors as well?
Yes, I'm doing the tan and the medium. We've also heard from a lot of neighbors that, I mean, you can even contour with this.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
If you want,
That's a good
the
idea.
rich is a beautiful kind of warm copper tone. If you want to pick up a rich, you can do a drop or 2 of that, and instantly now you've got a gorgeous bronzer. It's really a revolutionary way to look at sunscreen. And remember, 90% of visible aging is coming from the sun and from environmental aggressors. So we can invest all we want in skincare products, but if you're not being protected by sunscreen,
it's perfection. You've got to be protected. You know, I don't want to get heavy on you, but I, lost a friend I went to high school with from skin cancer, and she thought because she was black, and a lot of people think that, they don't have to wear it because our skin is melanin rich. I'm here to tell you, growing up in Texas, being a cheerleader, being in the band, being out in the sun, back then we didn't know we should have been protecting our skin. Now we know, and I don't care what color you are. If you're white, you're black, you're Hispanic, you're Asian, you have to protect your skin. 90% of those anti-aging skin problems that you get, it comes from UVA rays. And we all know that that can lead to other things. So to have an SPF, it's a big deal. I want you to research it. You don't find anything out there, especially something that can be your natural foundation. That's what a sheer tint is. With 43 SPF, that's why you should be getting it, number 1. Number 2 is because all of these colors work on so many different skin shades. I don't care what color you get. One color is representing several shades. It's going to work for you because I can use all 3 of these in this dark family. And this is the deep, this is the rich, and this is the deepest. And I can tell you those are getting very, very limited. My medium right here is flying out of here, but it's $11.65. And you are getting your light sheer, replacing your foundation. You're getting that SPF protection at the max. You won't see any of that whiteness, that little gray cast that it gives you. And it's your primer, so you can still put on your makeup. It is your moisturizer, and that's where you get the glow. Your skin looks beautiful.
Ah, thank you. You're so sweet.
It looks beautiful. Okay, now will you remind them of the bonus buy?
I will. This